Welcome back to TubeTalk.
Welcome back, Doug. Deep in level 3 lockdown.
Yay, fun times.
No, not fun times.
Well, specific people.
Yeah. For you being at home, you enjoy it.
So I get to sit on my ass and not do anything.
No, you're doing schoolwork, but you are enjoying the sleep-ins and the extra time you get to do fun stuff.
Like gaming.
Yeah.
And
Not so good for us that are looking forward to the derby, though.
we can just hope that we go back to level 2.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. TubeTalk. Dad, you've been very busy this week. Since you bought a filly in Melbourne?
Yes, have been busy. Very happy. A Shala Santa Rocks filly to be trained by John O'Shea in Sydney. Shala, he was the champion 2-year-old in Europe. Outstanding racehorse, wonderful pedigree. His first crop race in Australia at the moment. He's if Shakiro that won the $2 million Magic Millions Classic. He was a Group 3 winner on debut, so he is a red hot stallion. Out of a mare called Santa Rocks, she was a city winner, multiple city winner. They paid $350,000 for her. Santa Rocks' first foal, a done deal colt, made $850,000, and he won. He's won his first trial. And we've bought this beautiful filly. That's the third foal. Helped select it by Guy Melcaster, John O'Shea. Guy Melcaster bought Shakiro, so he knows what he's looking at. So outstanding filly. She's entered in the English bonus series race, $6 million. She's also entered the Bob's bonus series races, so $12.5 million a year. She's an exciting filly. She'll race early. She'll be a lovely 3-year-old as well as a 2-year-old. Going to Sydney, but she's been really popular. There's a few shares left. Have a look at her in my email or contact me about her. Get involved, have a share. She's a stunner.
Last week we had a couple of good runners. Hasbro won, which we actually watched and bet $5 each round, didn't we?
We did. Paid $22.
And we got $110 in return.
Yeah, plus the place money. Paid for a sneaky burger, didn't it? So Hasbro, fresh up, excellent run, got caught wide, rolled to the front, kicked hard on the turn, and was forward enough to hang on and win. Really good run. He'll only improve with it. He'll go to his $50,000 rating, 74,1400 at Ellerslie on the 13th. Might be looking for a touch further, but we'll try and keep him fresh for the 50 grand race season for a very good autumn camp.
Rip 'em Up was an excellent second.
She was really good. Over a mile, she just got outpaced a little bit early, got off, hit the line hard for second. She's come back really well. She's going to a 2100 metre race with 50 grand on the 13th as well. Will be awfully hard to beat there. She jumped out of her skin after the race. She's flying.
Moving on to this week, I think obviously as you all know we have the $1 million derby at Ellerslie.
We do, but should we talk about Saturday before that?
Okay.
I know we want to talk about the derby and we're excited, but let's talk about Saturday because we've got some good runners there.
Yeah. On Saturday at Eagles Farm, we have race 2 Rakik.
Rakik, who's been a good horse, but he's been disappointing in this preparation, so it's time for him to step up on Saturday. He steps up to 2,400 metres, only gets a small field, gets an inside barrier draw, so there's every opportunity for him to run well. And he needs to run well, he needs to put his hand up, and he can run well. So, big watch on Saturday.
And race 7 is Stardom.
Fresh up run was superb. Over a mile, but short from me, missed third by a nose, ran fourth. He's got barrier 1 again. Very good, up to 1,800 metres, suits him really well. He should get a lovely trip. He's paying 14 and 4s, I think, which is well over the odds. He's a really nice each-way chance. He'll be better again getting up to 2,000 metres and further, but he can win on Saturday. He's a good chance.
And then at Ramwick race 9 we have Miss Sentimental.
Yeah, really good fresh up run from her. Over 1,400 metres in an exceptionally strong field. Her last bit was good. She was getting home well. She steps up to a Group 3 mile, has a lovely barrier draw, drops in weight. James McDonald on board. Lots of positives. Not a lot of rain in Sydney, which won't suit, but she'll get away with it on a firmish track. See her sitting midfield, and I can see her hitting the line well. with a flashing light on her for third up to be winning. She's come up really well this week.
And now moving on to the Derby week. We actually have a horse running, which is very exciting, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's the Blue Riband. It's probably the most important race on the New Zealand racing calendar. It's the $1 Million Derby. Lots of very good horses come out of it, and we've got a live chance.
Tied with Karaka.
No, I think. Well, look, the Karaka Million is the Karaka Millions are great, but the Derby is a time-honoured race which has been going around the world for hundreds of years, and for generations. It's established stallions as breeding stock, and I think it's the most important race on the calendar.
And well, we have Lord Ardmore running the Derby, which is race 9. If you want.
Yes, with 3. He's a colt. He's got Barry 9 at 14, but I'm not too worried about that in the Derby distance. The big question mark is when and where the Derby will be held. Hopefully it'll be held in Auckland on Sunday or Monday, as long as we drop down to level 2 on one of those days. If not, it's going to go to Hastings on Sunday, which, look, nothing against Hastings, but that would be sad for a Derby to not be run at LSE. So I hope it's at LSE on Sunday or Monday. I don't care which day. I'm happy to wait till Monday if we need to. Sunday's obviously the top choice, but yeah. So look, Lord Ardmore has been targeted at the Derby since he ran 4th in the 2000 Guineas. He was an excellent fresh. We always wanted to go on 4th up to the Derby. He was an excellent fresh up at Tauranga over 1,200 metres. He then, in the Karaka Mile, things went against him. He was back last. He stormed home for 7th. Last start in the Avondale Guineas. He had a month between the Karaka Mile and the Avondale Guineas. He ran the fastest last 400 and 200 of the Avondale Guineas, beaten less than a length for 4th. He's spot on 4th up. He's improved since the Avondale Guineas. He's by a reliable man out of a Darcy Brahma mare that won 3 races past 1,900 metres. His pedigree says he'll run the distance. He's spot on for the race. I think he's a really, really big chance. He's got Barry 9 out of 14, but I'm not too worried about that. He'll find a spot somewhere, as long as he's got cover, 1 off, and he's not 3 wide. I'll be happy. Michael Big Dab on, really happy to have Michael on. He's a really good chance. So I think the biggest 2 dangers are Milford. He's got Barrier 1 was storming home in the Avondale Guineas as well, and a filly called Tokarangi. He's been unlucky, but she was very good last start when winning. I think they're actually the 2 biggest dangers to him, but he can win.
Also, if it's an LZ, it'll probably be more convenient for more people rather than Hastings.
Yeah, but at level 2, there's only restricted numbers of people that can go anyway.
Because if it's level 3, they can't even get in to watch the race anyway.
Well, they won't. At level 3, it won't run.
Yeah, it won't run anyway. So, yeah. Also at LSE race 6, we have Might.
Yeah, so he's an in and out horse, as we know. We've talked about him before. He's either hot or it's cold. Last time we tried to ride him with a bit of cover, and he sort of didn't really put in. So we put an apprentice on to drop his weight down to 54.5 kilos, and we're just going to let him jump, and we're just going to ride him wherever he's happy. I suspect he'll want to roll forward, but wherever he's happy, we're going to put him in that position. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. If he can run well, it's a strong field, it'll be great. If he finishes outside of the top 5, he'll probably drop back a rating band, so that'll open up some more options. So he'll tell us what he's ready for through his performance on Saturday.
Race 8 is Waimoku Falls.
In the McKee family Sunline Vars, Group 3 2100. It was a nice enough run last start for 4th, but she's such a big, long striding filly. She gets horses around her and the pace slackens and quickens. She gets out of her rhythm. She's so important for her to get into rhythm. I'm not worried about the distance. And she's got a good draw. Jonathan Park's on board. I'd like to see her start well and be able to actually get into her own rhythm. I think she'll probably be handy. And as long as she can get into her own rhythm and relax, we can see her run very, very well. And this race will determine whether she presses on to New Zealand Oaks or not. She's a very talented filly. The question mark is whether she is ready right now. And Sunday is going to tell us that.
Race 10 is Mighty Aslan and a quick preview.
Yeah, 2 horses that can both win this race. Mighty Aslan was an excellent last start with a big weight coming from last to run 2nd. He steps up to the mile. He loves that distance. He's won at Ellerslie before. He's got Andrew Calder on board, who's won on him as well. Barrier 10 is awkward. He'll probably get back as long as he's back. I'm not worried if he's back. As long as he's got cover and relaxed, he'll finish off hard. He can win. Quick preview, has the outside barrier. This horse always draws badly. I don't know why, but he always draws badly. He always seems to get too far back and have too much work to do. Michael McNabb rides him. Michael's ridden him before, likes him. He'll get back. The mile is good for him. He'll be storming home. He can also win. He is a much better horse than his form shows. So you know, I think we're a chance of Quinella-ing that race. Touch wood.
Okay, now moving on to bit of the week. Everyone's favourite segment.
Yeah, except we haven't been going too well lately, so we better get it right this week.
Yeah, but luckily it probably will run regardless of lockdown levels.
Yeah, it will.
So it's at Palmerston North, race 7. We have Belle Plaisir paying $8.
On Saturday, yeah. And
Saturday.
Look, so this horse was in really good form, had a little freshen up, had a little break, then went fresh up last start over a distance probably a touch short at its best. It would have had an incredibly hard run out wide, very tough run. Forgive it that. It'll be fitter for that. It's by Plaisir, who I think is a very good up-and-coming stallion. It's drawn a touch wide, but I reckon in a small field they're going to roll to the front. Cosiasano on, taking a kilo off. I reckon they'll roll forward to be handy and get in. And I think she's underrated, and I think she can win at $8. And each way, I think she's probably about $2.90 a place. I think she's excellent value. So Belle Plaisir at Martin on Saturday is our bet of the week.
And that concludes TubeTalk.
It does. Thanks everyone. Good luck. Go Lord Ardmore, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Into the straight, 400 metres to go. Sharp ace tackle by Antaeus, but Bone Crusher shot to the lead, and Flight Bijot's now setting out after him. Bone Crusher in front though, he's 200 metres to go. He's got 2 lengths on. Out wide, Flight Bijot and Random Chance. Bone Crusher still in front. Flight Bijot now coming at him hard. Bone Crusher in front. Flight Bijot's closing. Bone Crusher running about, but he's still in front. Flight Bijot trying to put him back. Bone Crusher in front, and he's won the derby. Second is Flight Bijot.